If you're searching for an agency that does Shopify product feed optimization for AI search, I want to start by telling you you're already ahead of most store owners because you've understood the most important thing about AI commerce. The feed is the foundation. Most people optimizing for AI think it's about clever tricks, some file you add, some setting you flip, but it's not. When a shopper asks ChatGPT or Google's AI for the best product in your category, the AI is reading your product data, your titles, your descriptions, your attributes, your categories. If that data is incomplete, the AI skips you, no matter what else you do. You've already figured that out, which is why you're searching for feed help specifically. In this video, we will talk about two things. The first is what real feed optimization for AI actually involves, so you know what you're paying for. The second, is to show you how to tell a competent agency from someone who installed one app and called it AI optimization. Because the gap between those two is wide, and it's hard to see from the outside. I run this work for clients, so I'm going to give you the honest version of the scope, the priorities, and the questions that separate the real ones from the pretenders. If we haven't met already, I am the digital avatar of Steve, the founder of e-commerce agency Working Digital. While he is helping Shopify brands scale with AI, I am here to keep you up to date with the latest AI strategies for e-commerce. Steve reads every comment, so make sure to drop one below. Let me ground why the feed matters this much, because it justifies treating it as the priority. In March of 2026, Shopify turned on agentic storefronts by default for eligible US merchants. That pipes your product catalog straight into ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Google AI Mode, and Gemini, managed from your Shopify admin. So your catalog is now the thing those AI channels read when they decide what to recommend. It's not a side input, it's the main one. And Shopify's own research has shown that stores with near-complete product attributes see several times higher AI visibility than stores with sparse, incomplete data. Think about what that means. Two stores with equally good products, but the one with complete data gets recommended several times more often, purely because the AI can actually read and trust its information. That's why the feed is the highest leverage surface in all of AI commerce. Schema helps mostly on Google. The agents file is a thin layer. Offsite authority takes months. But the feed affects every AI channel. You control it completely, and most stores are only half done with it. That combination, high impact, full control, and widespread incompleteness is exactly what makes it the first thing a competent agency fixes. When you hire for AI feed optimization, you're hiring someone to do the single most important job in the channel. Here's what that job actually entails. Real feed optimization for AI is field by field work, and there's more to it than people expect. Here's the scope. Product titles come first. They have to match the way a shopper actually asks. Someone tells the AI, lightweight waterproof hiking jacket for women, and the AI looks for titles containing those words. A title like the Summit Collection, Series 3 inches, is invisible to that query. A competent agency rewrites titles into natural, descriptive language that matches real buyer phrasing. Descriptions are next, and they have to answer questions, not just describe. Materials, dimensions, who it's for, what problem it solves, how to use it. The AI extracts facts from your description to answer a shopper's question. Every fact you include is a chance to match. Every gap is a question the AI answers with a competitor's product instead. Then product category. Every product needs the correct, specific category assigned, because that's how the AI understands what your product actually is. Not apparel, but the deep, specific category. The category also unlocks category-specific metafields, then those metafields, and that is where most stores fall short. The category-specific attributes, fabric, fit, caffeine content, roast, whatever matters for your product type, let the AI answer detailed questions confidently. A store that fills these out can be recommended for far more specific queries than one that doesn't. Then identifiers, especially GTIN, so the AI can match your product to the same item across the web and trust it's real. And then review data carried in the feed, so your rating travels with the product into the AI channels, not just on your page. That's the real scope. Titles, descriptions, category, metafields, identifiers, and review data done for every product. If an agency talks about feed optimization but can only describe one or two of these, they don't do this for a living. There's one piece of this that separates people who actually understand Shopify's AI plumbing from people who are guessing, and it's catalog mapping. Here's the thing, most store owners never learn. Shopify maps specific fields from your products into the catalog that feeds the AI channels. Which field becomes the product title the AI sees, which becomes the description, which becomes the category. And the defaults aren't always what you'd want. For example, You can create a dedicated AI-optimized description in a metafield and map that into the catalog instead of your standard storefront description. So the AI reads a version written specifically for it while human shoppers see your normal page. That mapping layer is invisible unless you know to look for it, and it's where a competent agency does some of its highest value work. They're not just editing your product pages, they're controlling exactly which data flows into the AI channels and making sure the best version of each field is the one the AI receives. If you talk to an agency and mention catalog mapping and they look blank, that tells you something. The people who actually do this work know that the feed the AI reads and the page a human reads aren't necessarily the same data, and they optimize the AI facing version deliberately. That's the difference between someone tidying your product pages and someone engineering your AI visibility. Feed work can feel overwhelming if you have hundreds or thousands of products. A competent agency doesn't try to fix everything at once. They use a priority framework, and you should expect to hear one. The framework is simple. Start with your top products by revenue, get them to full completion, then expand outward. Getting your top 20 products to complete, accurate, fully mapped data beats, getting all 200 to 70% done. A product that's fully complete gets recommended. A product that's mostly complete often doesn't, because the AI favors the records it understands completely. So the sequence is top products first, every field filled and mapped, then the next tier, then the long tail, building the standard into the workflow so new products launch complete from day one. And good feed work doesn't happen in isolation. It connects to two other things: the Shopify knowledge base, which feeds your brand and policy facts to the same AI channels, and the agents file, which gives AI agents an accurate picture of your store. A competent agency sequences these together: feed first because it's the foundation, then the knowledge base, then the supporting layers. If an agency can describe this priority order: top products first, full completion over broad, shallow coverage, feed before the supporting layers, they understand the work. If they propose boiling the ocean or doing everything shallowly across your whole catalog at once, they don't. When you get on a call, here's how to separate the real ones from the people who'll just install an app. Ask them to explain catalog mapping. If they can describe which fields flow into the AI channels and how they'd optimize the AI facing version of each field, they know the plumbing. If they only talk about editing product pages, they're working on the surface. Ask how they measure results. The right answer is testing whether AI engines actually recommend your products, running the shopping prompts in your category across ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google AI mode before and after. If they can only show you that the feed is more complete, they're measuring activity, not outcomes. Ask about the priority framework. A competent answer describes top products first and full completion over shallow coverage. A weak answer is vague about sequencing. Ask whether it's ongoing. Feed optimization isn't a one-time cleanup. Your catalog changes, you add products, the AI channels evolve. The right answer involves maintenance, not a single project. And ask for a result with real numbers: citations gained, AI attributed revenue, a real before and after. One of our clients did over $8,000 in AI attributed sales in 90 days, no ad spend, mostly off this kind of foundational data work. That's the kind of concrete outcome you should ask any agency to show you. Should you do this yourself or hire it? Depends mostly on catalog size. If you have a small catalog and some patience, a lot of the feed work is do it yourself. Rewrite your titles, complete your descriptions, assign categories, fill the metafields, add your GTINs. I've walked through the mechanics in earlier videos on this channel. The catalog mapping takes a bit of learning, but it's doable. Where an agency earns its money is scale and the mapping nuance. A large catalog where every product needs complete, accurate data and proper mapping is a lot of careful work, and getting the AI-facing fields right across thousands of products is exactly the kind of thing that's worth handing off. Plus, the ongoing measurement and maintenance that's hard to keep up with while running the business. Either way, start by knowing where your feed actually stands. That's what our free AI commerce audit checks. We look at your feed completeness, your catalog mapping, your categories and metafields, and we test whether the AI engines are recommending you, then hand you a prioritized list of what to fix first. Links in the description. Next video, we step back to a question buyers keep asking before they hire anyone. What does an AI commerce audit actually include, so you know exactly what good looks like?